Hello, today we're going to learn how to use the camera tracker in DaVinci Resolve to achieve a result like this. And here you can put any 3D object in a scene that you have filmed. So let's jump into it. So here we have the Fusion page in DaVinci Resolve. And I will start by removing what I already set up, and we can do this together. So here I am keeping only the plate and the color correction. So we have the original plate here on the left and the color corrected version here on the right. Okay, so let's start by adding the camera tracker node. So press Shift Space and type camera and select camera tracker. And connect this to our media. I will use the uncorrected version as it's a little bit faster perhaps. And let's go to the camera tracker and do an auto track. Okay, now we have calculated some points. And for this we want to solve for the camera movement. So first we need to tell the solver what kind of camera we are using. So in this case we will set this to user. And I have made some notes here for my DJI Pocket 3 that the focal length maybe is 9mm. I'm not quite sure, but let's do this as a starting point. And then the sensor size 0.52 inches by 0.29. This is when using a 16:9 aspect ratio. And this resolution gate fit doesn't matter in this case, and this doesn't work in this version of Resolve anyway. Okay, so let's continue to the next tab and select solve. And this should be quite fast, and now we are already done. So what we want to see here is the average solve error is 0.39. So this is quite a good result, so I think we can be happy with that. And it said that our focal length is actually 7.48mm. And this is calculated based on the solve it made. So let's go with this. And next go to the force icon and select export. And now it will generate a few nodes. And let's move this back into our graph up here. Okay, and I have just cleaned up this a little bit. Okay, so let's look at the scene we got here in the left view. So what we have is a camera, a point cloud, and the plate. And if we run this, you can see that the camera is moving. So what I want to do here is adjust the ground plate slightly so that it aligns with the bottom here of the points, because nothing is beneath the ground. Okay, and next we want to see the result of this. That is the camera tracker renderer. So I will show this in the right view and connect this to the media out. And now we have the tracked camera, but this doesn't make any difference until we add something into our scene. So let's go to the ground plane and change this to become a cone instead. So in the shape, go to cone. And now we have a cone here. And let's rotate this. So let's go to the transform and change the X rotation to 90. No, let's clear the X rotation. Okay, and then set this to 180 degrees. So now the cone is upside down. And if you look at this, you can see that it is sliding somehow. And this is because it's not perfectly aligned with the ground plane. So we can go here to our cone and try to adjust this. So let's move the ground plane. That is actually our cone. And let's see, we want the tip to be on the ground, so maybe around here. And let's play this and see the result. Okay, you can see it's sliding a lot less, so this is a much better result. And if you see what we achieved now, we have our shot with a 3D object placed into it. I hope this was helpful and see you next time. Over and out.